It so happens that old Abdul is a client. He hired you? For what? To play nursey to his jewels. If you weren't so ignorant, Tim, you'd know that Abdul Raj has a world-famous jewel collection. It's going to be on display at the party tonight, and I'm commissioned to guard it. Hell, one of the things is the Akhoond. The what? Akhond. It's the jewel of the jewel collection. A 52-carat Burma pigeon blood ruby named after the Akhoond of Swat. You're putting me on, said Corrigan. Swat? Look it up. Swat is a flypaper country between India and Pakistan. Its ruler was known as the Akhoond. Some hundreds of years back, the Akhoond of Swat, in a ceremonial exchange of gifts, gave the ruby to one of Abdul VI's ancestors. The damn thing is valued at between $500,000 and $1 million. Might be interesting at that. It gets better as it goes along. 5 of Abdul's sultanas are with him. At least 3 of them are knockouts. I've already cased them. A light glittered in Corrigan's warm brown eye. Down, boy, Bear said. Muslims don't practice Eskimo-type hospitality. 4 of the sultanas are the old man's wives. He's got 22, I understand, but I guess he figured he'd be too busy on this stateside trip to need more than 4. You won't get past handshaking distance of 'em. Besides, none of 'em speak English. I thought you said 5 sultanas. The 5th isn't a wife. She's a daughter, his favorite. He's got 33 daughters, and at last count, around 40 sons. She's called the Sultana Salome. You've got to be kidding. It's an old Morajakan name. Comes from the ancient Hebrew, same root as shalom, meaning peace. Man, there wouldn't be much peace around this babe. Salome's around 22, with a figure like Sophia Loren, and a puss that starts the juices flowing. What's more, she speaks understandable English. You're selling me, Corrigan said. How come wives and daughters are both called sultanas? They just are, said Bear. Boy, you're ignorant. When did you learn it? Today? Yesterday, said Bear. Well, I'm in, said Corrigan. So that was the way it started, with simple curiosity about a famous gym and a beautiful Morajakan, not necessarily in that order. It ended rather differently. Corrigan was to be grateful later for Chuck Bear's briefing about the grand suite layout. The Hotel d'Outremont's best consisted of 7 rooms and 4 baths. 5 of the rooms looked out over the hotel's main marquee. The remaining 2 had an unglamorous view of an alleyway. All but one of the rooms led directly into the hotel corridor. The 2 discriminated against rooms, which lay at right angles to the other 5, were a kitchen and a room intended as servants' quarters. The kitchen was the only room with no door to the public hall. 4 of the 5 splendid rooms were bedrooms, occupied by the Sultan and his wives and daughter. The 5th was a vast sitting room, almost a lounge, where the party was being held. A uniformed patrolman was on duty at the main entrance to the suite, the door to the sitting room. Corrigan did not know him, but the man gave him a snappy salute. It was one of the disadvantages of his eye patch. It identified Corrigan not only throughout the department, but in the underworld as well. It made him unavailable for undercover work. It also turned him into a rough-and-tumble cop. If he could not hide under anonymity, he could make himself feared. Corrigan's ability to take out an armed hood with nothing but his empty hands was a legend in Manhattan's sinks. He knocked at the door. It was opened immediately by a slim, tall young man with a face the color of Morocco leather. He was wearing the latest in Madison Avenue suits and a snowy white turban. A cropped black beard and a mustache, and the glitter in his black eyes, gave him a rather piratical look. He said in perfect Oxonian English, "Ah, you must be Mr. Bear's friend of the police, Captain Corrigan." "That's me," said Corrigan. White teeth flashed in a smile. The dark man offered his hand. "Welcome, Captain Corrigan. I am Haidar Ghaffur, His Highness's secretary."